So now that we have done our relief cuts and we have cut out the shape or the rough shape of our spaghetti measure, we are now going to use the band facer to finish the shape. Now you'll notice at the top here I've just used my saw and I've cut a straight line across and a straight line across there just to get as close to my curve as possible. However, what I don't want to do is I don't want to go right up to my curve because I'll not be able to get it a perfect curve with a saw. So I want to leave a wee gap and I'm going to sand that. Likewise on that end, you'll be able to see I've just gone straight across and I'll be able to sand in the shape of the curve round here on the band facer. Now to set up the band facer, what we want to do is we want to just release these wee screws at the top, and we just want to lift that ever so slightly, and you want the guard to be sitting just above your wood. So if that's your wood there, you want roughly about a finger's width, smaller than a finger's width if possible, and then you can tighten the guard up. Then you make sure that your wood is removed from the sandpaper. Don't have your wood touching the sandpaper when you start a machine. And as always, down at the bottom down here, we have got our green to go and our red to stop. And our red emergency stop, we need to give that a wee twist to actually start the machine. We also need to make sure that we turn this on at the wall. So just making sure that we do turn that on. So giving a wee stop switch a wee twist to release it, twist to release it, and then green to go, making sure that we've got hair tied back and goggles on. And then when we are shaping this, we want to make sure we're moving the piece of wood at all times. So when we press start, we are going to be moving our wood like that. So effectively what you've got is you've got your sandpaper here and you're twisting that like that to make sure that you're curving that. So hopefully you noticed as I was doing that, I just kept that moving all the time. If I just held that flat, it's going to sand a flat surface on my spaghetti measure, which I don't want. You might have a few wee imperfections from your cutting earlier, like I have. I don't know if you can see that, it's just looking a wee bit rough on the top, so I'm just going to give that a wee quick sand down the edge as well. So when you're using the band facer, you should only be taking tiny wee bits off, you shouldn't be taking loads of material off in one go. So I was literally just tidying that wee bit up, and the last thing I'm going to do is this end as well. So keeping it moving at all times. And that there is now the shape of your spaghetti measure.